Helpers Help is about supporting people. It's incredibly easy to judge people on the streets. We're not doing that. We want people to move away from the streets. We want to help people on the streets.
I've picked up a lot of concern from all sorts of different sectors, both in terms of a real compassion for the conditions that people are facing, but also worry about some of the impacts that has on other people in their lives.
The whole point about Helpers Help is to give people better information about what's happening on the street. How many of those people who are asking for money don't have accommodation? And if they're still asking for money, what are the needs? And how can we help them? And are there different ways of helping people rather than just giving, say, a sandwich or some money? Can they support the agencies who are working with them? We have lots of volunteers working in the agencies. Maybe people want to do that. We have lots of different things that people can give.
I used to go down in the mornings, sit down for a few hours. I could get up to like 40 quid. And then I go score, get what I needed to do, and then do it again for night time. And sometimes nights were really good, you know what I mean, especially in town as well. So that could get up to like 60 quid a night.
When I see people on the street and see growing numbers on the street, I'm hugely distressed, and clearly as a society we've got a huge responsibility to deal with issues that have put them there and to provide the support that can reintegrate them into society and give them opportunities.
Our views as a collective, as a team really were, with regards to the homelessness and the beggar situation, was we were happy to give money, you know, we felt it helped. But we kind of learned that that's not always the best, and if you are going to give money, you need to give it without judgment of what it may be spent on and move on from that. If we all have a right to spend the money that we're given or earn however we choose, but to judge someone based upon that is probably unfair. We learned that probably the hard way. We learned that probably the best thing is that it is to help the services that are already out there, to support those services.
We have a whole service provision that's wrapped around somebody, just one person on the street, and we can look at their needs from many angles, including how we get people into accommodation, how we look at their health issues, how we look at income. And that needs to happen if people are going to move away permanently from the streets. So when people are giving people just money, sometimes they're helping them to stay on the street and prolonging their agony.
Generally people are quite understanding, and they'll give up a seat, or they'll buy an extra cup of tea, or they'll just have a conversation with someone, which is probably worth 10 times more money than what you could actually give them anyway.
I ended up asking for help because I was just at my wit's end. I was just a total wreck. I was about 9 stone, might have been less. I had to be physically, mentally and spiritually broken to get to that point. It did take me a long time to get into services proper because I was getting what I wanted. I think that the services in Sheffield are very valuable. They do offer a lot of, there's a lot of support there, self-help groups, rehabilitation, SAS alcohol team. I didn't realise how big Sheffield community, recovery community was till I came back out of rehab, and it's just blown me away how big it is. And they all pull together to help each other, to guide the clients to whichever service what's needed.